Nintendo skyrocketing their prices and PlayStation also sitting there raising the price of their console. Guess what we just got? We just got more increase in price. PlayStation is now raising up their subscription service. Let's react to GameCross's new updates.
How's it going, everyone? And PlayStation continues as PlayStation Plus is going up in price in another major region. It is going up in price in Canada. This is going to be a significant price increase for PlayStation Plus in Canada, as the price points are going to be increasing across the board. 1-year plans are going up, monthly plans are going up, 3-month plans are going up, so let's cover it all. PlayStation Plus Essential, a month of that is going up to $13.99 a month. A 3-month subscription will be $34.99 a month, and a 12-month plan will be $110. PlayStation Plus Extra, on the other hand, will be going up $21 for a month, $56 for 3 months, and 12 months. Every 12 months, it'll be $190. Premium, $24.99 a month. 3 months plans are $68.99, and 12-month plans are $225. My goodness, the Canadian dollar these days. Yay. 12 months of premium for...
Are you kidding me? $200 and something for the premium? Oh, I feel so bad for Canada. I feel bad for you, Canadian people. I really do. That's just ridiculous. You know, I could have sworn, you know, maybe a couple years ago, wasn't it like $120 something for the premium for a 12-year? Now it's gone up $100, and it's not like the value hasn't gone up. We've lost so many games off of there. You know, maybe if PlayStation will put every single one of their IPs, every single one of the games that they own, if they would put it on there, then maybe it could justify the price. You know, because at least when you compare value of Nintendo's IPs and Microsoft's IPs, for instance, Nintendo has way better IPs. We're just being honest. Okay, yeah, they got the Forza Motorsport, and they got the Halo and the Gears of War, but I mean, like, what else do they have? You know, I'm not hating on Microsoft, honestly. I think Microsoft is the best value for any consumer right now. No other company is giving that kind of value what you get with Game Pass. Now, I would love Sony to also be like Microsoft's Game Pass, you know, but they're already starting to put their IPs on PC now. But I'm telling you what, if soon, like a lot of us are predicting, if they start putting their IPs day one on PC, there's no point in buying a PlayStation. I will not be buying a PS6, you know, because there's no point. I already got a gaming computer. Why am I going to sit there and go get a PS6 at the same point? So, you know, at that moment, that's how we know that the console wars have definitely ended. I think we're shifting from console wars to the platform wars now. I think it's going to be like, you know, the PlayStation Store and the Microsoft Store and maybe the Nintendo Store. I mean, I don't ever see Nintendo putting their IPs, but after this abomination of a launch that they're doing right now, they might have to start putting their IPs on other people's stores just to sit there and be able to make their money.
North of $200, that is insanity. And if you go once a month, I mean, you're just getting gouged in the heavens. Now, this has obviously been a very, very big story that a lot of people have been covering, and I just think it's going to continue. I think price points are going to go up, and everything going on in the world, obviously, I think contributes to this to an extent. I think prices were always going to go up. When it comes to PlayStation Plus, these prices are just going to go up and up and up. And do keep in mind that PlayStation, they have had a lot of canceled games, and they are in a world now where they don't have to be as competitive, you guys. I had been saying this for years and years, and you can point towards this going on in the world, that going on in the world, and sure, it's all compounding. It's all factors that are leading into these price points going up. But if you think that Xbox not being as big of a competitor to PlayStation isn't a factor for price points going up, you are crazy. And I'm not blaming Xbox. I see some people saying, oh, this is all Xbox's fault for not being a direct competitor. I'm not blaming anyone. This is the world of making money. These are the worlds of making running a business. You're gonna do whatever it takes to make as much money as possible, and consumer be damned. That's just generally how PlayStation was always gonna go. That's how Nintendo was always gonna go. That's how these things go, you guys. I always have said, from a consumer standpoint, I want Xbox to be a player. I want PlayStation to be a player. You want as many players in the market as possible, because that creates a healthy competitive environment that is in turn gonna lead to the best consumer experience, where you are getting the best value and the best bang for your buck.
And currently, right now, the best bang for your buck when it comes to consumers, honestly, Microsoft. It's Game Pass. I don't have a lot of negative things to say about Microsoft right now. I used to, but now, I mean, they give you an amazing deal for what you do, especially because you get the newer games day one on Game Pass. You cannot beat that. But this is what I think is going to happen in the next 10 years. I think that Xbox is going to stop making consoles, and I think that they're going to go more dive more into the PC market is what I think they're going to do. And I think they're going to, try to compete with the whole PC thing. I think that's what they're going to do. And I think that Sony is going to go hands deep into the handheld market, into the hybrid market with Nintendo. I think that it's going to spark up a new console war between PlayStation and Nintendo, because we've never really had a console war between PlayStation and Nintendo, because PlayStation and Nintendo, I mean, there's really no competition between them two. Nintendo's on its own island, PlayStation was on its own island, Microsoft came up, that spark between Microsoft and Sony, Nintendo held back and was like, we'll let you two fight it out, and they went and did their own thing. Now I think that's going to be PlayStation and Nintendo, and them two, they need competition. They need to go head to head, because when there's competition like that, everybody wins. Now, I used to be on board with exclusives, but now I'm starting to think, I mean, like, when you look at exclusives, they're really not good for the consumer. All exclusives do is they just benefit the corporations. That's it.
When you talk about subscription services as a whole as well, they all follow the same formula, the same principles in how they do their rollout. They come out, and this is particularly pertaining to Extra and Premium, they come out guns blazing at a low price point. They'll do offers, they'll do free month trials, and that's not necessarily that wasn't as big on Extra and Premium with free month offers and things of that nature, because they weren't so gung-ho about making it such a big factor in PlayStation Extra and Premium, that is, like Microsoft is with Game Pass. Like Game Pass, they do the 3 months for $1. You guys remember that? They were giving away 3 months of Game Pass for $1. PlayStation never did anything like that, but what they did have is Extra and Premium at a decent price point with a really, really compelling value proposition. That is dead and buried. That is gone at this point. The price point has gone up and the value proposition has gone down. That is what always happens with these subscription services, because as you get people's foot in the door, as they get in the rhythm of keeping that as a monthly payment that is accepted, at that point, that's when you slowly raise the price. At that point, that's when you slowly bring down the value proposition. You don't secure as many big deals, so you're not offering as much value, you're not spending as much, but you're...
And don't worry, GameCross, I completely agree with you, but I will not be renewing my subscription service. It's not worth it. Like you said, the value's gone down, and any games on there that I want to play, I can just buy them used. There's no reason for me to, and I'll sit there and save way more money than I would getting that subscription service. Now Game Pass, I pay like $13.99, plus it includes the EA. So I get all those titles, and I get day one from EA, day one on Xbox. I mean, I got no complaints about the Game Pass one.
Making even more on the back end on PlayStation Plus. We have not heard anything about a domestic price increase. The last time we had a domestic price increase for PlayStation Plus was all the way back in July of 2023, I want to say it was, around that time period, and really right after that is when I noticed that the value proposition was slowly going down, and then most recently, this month for PlayStation Plus Extra, we had the smallest lineup of games getting added to the service with 6 games. I'm telling you guys, this is not a coincidence. This is how things just go, and as things continue to move forward, I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be a month on PlayStation Plus Extra that we eventually get down to 4 games. Now, maybe next month will be a killer month, especially with price points going up, and we've already covered how the price points were going up in, I believe, Asia and a lot of other regions for PlayStation Plus. Again, we haven't heard anything domestically yet, but let me prioritize the word yet, because it is coming, you guys. All of that is coming as far as price increases go, and they're gonna be looking to passively make more revenue. Now, ultimately, for my money, PlayStation Plus just isn't worth it anymore from any tier. Unless you have value in Essential and the monthly games lineup gives you some value, I get it that people need it to play online, but for my money, personally, the games I play online these days are gonna be like Marvel Rivals.
Just like I said, I'm with you on that one, GameCross, and I'm the same way. The only game I play online really is Marvel Rivals, and I have it on PC. I'm not going to pay for an online subscription to go online just to be able to do when it's free on PC. That's just freaking ridiculous. Fuck that. Well, that's it for my reaction. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with me or not. Please like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay vigilant.